and welcome to the practice. Today's practice is a short, relaxing flow aimed at focus, so focusing on the breath, the movement and how the movement makes you feel. So I hope you enjoy the video. It's only a short one, around 15-20 minutes. If you do enjoy, please subscribe to the channel so you can practice with me some more. So find yourself something nice and comfy and we'll get started. Not lying down, so flat on your back. Take the feet as wide as the mat, arms by your side. Just rolling the head from side to side, warming up through the neck. It's just moving the head from side to side. And coming back to centre, we'll take the arms overhead, circling into the wrists, pointing the toes, full body stretch. Nice full breaths in and out through the nose. Lovely. Hugging the knees in towards the chest, taking the arms around the shins and just rocking gently from side to side. Massaging the lower back against the mat. Okay, dropping one foot down to the mat, we'll take that left leg back down to the mat, hugging in the right knee, really squeeze the knee in towards the chest, flex both feet, pressing that left leg down into the mat as well, so you're really squeezing the right knee in towards the chest. Again, flexing both feet, squeezing into that hip flexor, and relaxing the left leg, gently swaying that right knee from right to left, moving into the hip. Just working into the hips. So we'll keep hold of that right knee, taking it across the body towards the left side, coming into a twist. So keeping hold of that right knee, encouraging that right shoulder to stay down on the mat and extending the right arm out towards the side. So taking nice full breaths, sending that breath deep into the belly. Nice breaths. Keep breathing. Lovely. Bringing that right knee back to centre. Again, we'll hug it in, really squeezing the knee in towards the chest. And then extending that right leg up towards the ceiling, pointing and flexing the toes on that right leg. Again, keeping that left leg anchoring down into the mat. Maybe rubbing into the muscles at the back of that right thigh, warming up through the back of the thighs. And circling into the ankle, and we'll release that leg back down to the mat. Hugging in the left knee, again squeezing it in, flexing the feet on both legs, keeping that right leg pressing down into the mat. You may feel a bit of a pinch in the front of the hip, in the hip flexor, and then relaxing the legs, just gently swaying that left knee from right to left, from the side to centre. And then keeping hold of the left knee, we'll take it across the body towards the right side. Again, twisting to the right. Trying to keep that left shoulder on the ground and extending the left arm out towards the side. Nice full breaths. Feel the belly expand. Inhale, bring it back to centre. Again, we'll squeeze that left knee in towards the midline one more time. Really squeezing it in. And then we'll extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. Maybe rubbing into the back of the left thigh, warming up through the muscles, pointing and flexing the toes, and circling into that left ankle. Lovely. Now we'll bring both knees in again, just swaying gently side to side. And then we'll cross the feet over and bringing ourselves up to a seated position. Lovely. So we're back up to seated. We're going to come to a cross-legged seat. It's just anything that's comfy for you. Cross-legged, preferably. Nice length down the spine. So we're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take the right hand across to the left knee. Left hand's come into the small of the back, twisting to look over that left shoulder. So a nice twist for the middle of the spine. Still breathing, nice full breaths. Lovely, change side. Left hand comes to the right knee. Right hand's coming behind, looking over that right shoulder. And we'll do one more for each side again, changing sides. Lovely, and relax back to centre. Just going to lift the shoulders up towards the ears, roll them down the back, and again lifting the shoulders, releasing any tension from the shoulders. Okay, keeping the hands on the knees, we're going to take the ribs over the knees, so just circling the body forward over the legs. Working into the sides of the waist, keeping the sit bones on the ground. And back in the opposite direction. So we're focusing on how the movement makes you feel rather than what it looks like. A lot of times in yoga, people are focusing on how they look rather than how it's making them feel. So I want you to just focus on the sensation of the movement. And back to centre, release the legs. We're going to swing the legs behind, coming onto all fours in a tabletop position, ready for cat and cow. Okay, so just check your positioning. Knees should be directly below the hips, wrists below the shoulders. The hands shouldn't be too close together, so take them tiny bit wider than shoulder, shoulder distance apart. Fingers are nicely spread out. Take a breath in, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, round through the spine, press into the palms of the hands, pushing the mat away, arching through the top of the shoulders, looking back towards the knees. Again, breathing in, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, rounding through the spine. A couple more times, breathing in, drop the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, rounding, arching through those shoulders. One more time. Nice breath in. Exhale as you round. Lovely, this time we're going to extend that left leg behind us, coming onto the toes of the left foot. Just going to keep the hands where they are and just move the leg further away as if you're going to push the heel down towards the ground. So stretching through the muscles in the back of the leg. Just rocking backwards and forwards, not collapsing into the hands, lifting up and out of your foundation. So just stretching through the hamstrings. And on this last one, keep pushing that heel down towards the ground. Feeling that lovely stretch going through the back of the left leg. And relax, come back to centre. We're going to lift that left leg up to hip height. Again, don't dump all the weight into the hands. Use the core to lift you up off the ground. Use the midline. So holding it there, that left leg, the hips are facing down towards the floor. You need to stay in this position or extend that right arm out in front as well, coming into a balancing position. Keep breathing, keep focusing. Lovely, release that right hand and that left knee back down. We'll change sides. So coming onto the toes, firstly of that right foot. Again, just rocking backwards and forwards with the weight. Trying to push that right heel towards the ground. Really pushing into it. Feel a lovely stretch down the back of that right leg. waking up the legs. Lovely stretch for in the morning, this one. If you're going to go running or something like that, cycling. And on this last one, pushing that heel as much as you can towards the ground. And release, come back to centre, lifting that right leg up to hip height. Finding that balance, finding that stability through the core. Hips are facing down towards the mat. And either staying in this position or extending that left arm in front. Finding that lovely balance in your tabletop position. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Lovely, and relax. Bring the knees together. We'll take a child's pose. Take the big toes together. Separate the knees as wide as the mat. We'll sit the bottom back towards the heels. Lovely, stretch the arms out straight in front. And release the head down to the mat. If the head doesn't come down to the mat, you can find something to rest on, some books, anything you've got at home to make that a comfortable child's pose. So just surrendering down into the mat. Nice full breaths. And just maybe rocking from side to side in your child's pose, releasing any tension in the hips. Lovely, we'll come back to centre, walk the hands back in, bring the knees back to centre. We'll come back to that tabletop position. We'll tuck the toes under first of all, lifting the knees off the mat. We're going to start to send the hips up high. So keep a bend to the knees, start to lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling, straightening through the arms, bringing the chest down towards the thighs. So you might still have a bend to the knees. You can maybe see if the legs will come straight or start to try and straighten the legs. Coming into your downward dog. Lovely, maybe swaying the hips one side to the other. So we're thinking of an upside down V shape. Nice length down the sides of the body. Hips are up high. But if this is your first time doing yoga, or you're quite new to yoga, you might still need to take a bend to the knees to get the hips lifted and get that nice length coming down the side of the body. Again, on different days, your body will feel different as well. So some days, your hamstrings might be tighter than others. So just pedal into the feet one at a time. Look forward, walk the feet back up towards the hands. Lovely, rolling the hands all the way back, coming up to standing. Take a full breath in, take the arms overhead, palms together. Looking up towards the thumbs. Exhale, bend the knees, we'll come into a forward fold. So bring the chest down towards the thighs, fingertips towards the ground. Tuck the chin in, relax the head and the neck. Maybe shake the head out gently from side to side, releasing any tension in that neck. Nice full breaths. We're just going to hold it here for a couple of breaths. Big toes are together, slight gap between the heels. Maybe taking the hands, if you've got if the hands are coming towards the ground, maybe taking opposite hands behind and then relaxing down completely over the legs. If not, don't worry, doesn't matter where you're coming to. And release the hands if they're interlaced. Come up halfway, come up to a flat back. So slide the hands up towards the shins, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Release and surrender. Inhale, coming back up to standing. Again, we'll take the arms overhead. Palms come together, looking up towards the thumbs, keeping the lower ribs hugging in. Exhale, coming all the way back down. Bend the knees as you come down, fingertips towards the floor. Again, tuck the chin in, just give that head a gentle shake. Inhale, come up halfway, half lift. Nice length, as if you're going to rest a drink on your back and not spill it. Exhale, forward fold. Lovely, coming all the way back up to standing, rolling up. Taking the arms back overhead, full stretch. Gentle back bend, hands together, push the hips forward. Start to lean into that back bend. Exhale, come all the way back to centre, hands to heart centre. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to step forward with the right foot. Left foot is coming behind. You're coming to a warrior one. So that back foot is coming on a 45-degree angle. The hips are facing forward. Lovely. As you breathe in, take the arms up. Exhale, bend into that front knee. Nice strong warrior one. Relax the shoulders. Either have the hands together, looking up towards the thumbs, or you can have the arms shoulder width apart. That knee should be nicely stacked on top of the ankle. We're going to breathe into that stretch. You feel a nice stretch going down the inside of this left thigh. Lovely. Okay, this time I'm going to just move those toes from the left foot to face forward. So all you're doing is spinning the toes forward of that back foot. So we're now in a high lunge. Arms are still overhead. And then we're going to gently lower that left knee to the floor. With control. And release the toes of that left foot. Now crescent lunge. Exhale, take the arms wide. Nice stretch going through the chest, squeezing the shoulders together. And release. Bring the hands back through centre. Left hand's coming to the mat. Going to stretch that right arm to the right side, coming into a twist in that lunge. So reaching up with the right fingertips. Making sure that right knee doesn't start drifting out to the side. Bring it back in. Squeeze into the midline. Exhale. Bring that right hand back down. So frame that right foot. One hand either side of the right foot. Lovely. Tucking the left toes under. Lifting that left leg off the ground. Rocking backwards and forwards in your lunge. I'm going to try and step this right foot back towards left. Lovely. Come into a plank position. Just hold your plank for a couple of breaths. You can always drop to the knees if that's too much. And then we'll send the hips straight up and back to a downward facing dog. Lovely. Again, pedaling into the feet, stretching through the back of the legs. Walking the feet back up towards the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. And then slowly coming all the way back up to standing. Lovely. We'll do the same on the other side. Step forward with the left foot this time. Right foot's on a 45-degree angle. Lovely. So you've got, as you breathe in, take the arms up. Exhale, bend into that front knee. Hips are facing forward. Lovely, strong warrior one. We're just going to spin the right toes forward. Nothing else, no other movement. Both feet are facing forward, the hips are facing forward. Let's start to bend into that right knee and bring us all the way down to the ground. Lovely. So release the toes on that right foot. Exhale, open the chest, cactus arms, looking up towards the ceiling, squeezing the shoulders together. Exhale, bring the hands back. We're going to bring that right hand down to the mat. And then twisting across with the left hand. Left fingers are reaching up towards the ceiling. That left knee needs to be brought back in. Keep drawing it into the middle. Keep breathing. Exhale, bring this right hand all the way back down to the mat, framing that left foot. Lovely. We're going to tuck the right toes under, lifting that right leg, just rocking backwards and forwards. Until we step this left foot back to meet the right, plank position. Pushing the mat away from me, the hips are low down, shoulders are over the wrists. Lovely, we'll drop to the knees, big toes together, separate the knees, we'll take a child's pose. Relax the bottom back to the heels, stretching the arms long, forehead comes down towards the mat or to a block or something to rest on. Lovely, we'll come all the way back up to your tabletop, we'll keep the knees where they are. Okay, this right hand's going to raise up, coming into a lift on this right side, fingertips reaching up. Then we're going to thread the needle, right hand comes through the gap, right here's coming towards the ground, relaxing down, taking that right arm through the gap. And then coming back up, bringing the arm all the way back up to the sky and releasing that right hand down. We'll change to the other side, lifting up with the left arm, stretching up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we'll take that left arm through the gap, left ear comes towards the ground. And again, pressing into that right hand, we'll raise up with that left arm again. And release. Bring both knees together. We're just going to come down to lying on your back. So again, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Some gentle circles with the lower back against the mat. And release the feet down to the mat, keep the knees bent. We'll take the arms out wide. We're going to drop both knees to the left. Maybe encouraging that right shoulder to stay down on the ground. And then turning the head towards the right, coming into a supine twist. Nice full breath. Send that breath deep into the belly. Inhale, bring the knees back to centre, bring the head back to centre. Exhale, drop the knees to the right. Turning your gaze towards the left. Nice full breaths. Feel the belly expand. Again, bringing your focus to how your body's feeling. Focusing on anything you need to get done today. Inhale, bring the knees to centre. Lovely, bring the soles of the feet together. I'm going to let the knees drop out wide. Just relaxing all the muscles around the hips, the groin. And then bringing the arms to a comfortable space at the side. One hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. And just taking a few moments just to relax and to notice how you're feeling after your practice this morning. You can stay here for as long as you like. So that is the end of this practice this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment below, let me know what you thought. And if you've not subscribed, please press the notification bell and subscribe to the channel to practice with me some more. Thanks for watching. Namaste.